And welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway, the ARCA Racing Series, presented by Remax and Menards. Fifth event of the 2010 season. Dakota Armstrong still out in front of Justin Marks. As we went to commercial break, things were getting a little dicey back here in the back, and they still haven't sorted out which line they want to run in. But now we've got the two packs that have merged now. We had two distinctive packs before. Now they're all together. We saw the 5 of Bobby Gerhart way in the back of this pack, and that Lucas Oil number 5. He actually dropped back a ways. Now he's about 2 or 3 car lengths behind this pack. Looks like he's trying to get out of the way of a problem.
It's, you know, when you're on that track, you're potentially in the way of a problem. You know, it's just, that's just the way it is here.
Things get crazy. I know that you as drivers have told me numerous times it's so flat, it feels like you're driving down the interstate, but you're going 190 miles an hour and you're within a foot or two of all the cars around you. So, I mean, it can't just be a Sunday drive for these guys.
No, it isn't. But you know what? You finally just resign yourself to the fact that, listen, I'm either going to be in this wreck, either we're all going to wreck, or we're not. All I can do is do my deal all day, try not to be the one to cause the wreck, and hopefully no one will cause it today.
You know, we've seen that people employ the strategy before where, okay, I'm just going to ride to the back. I'm going to ride around the back till we get late in the race. But, you know, I don't see anybody of the good cars making their way towards the back right now. I think everybody, and the guys are really doing a terrific job here. We did a lot of single file racing early on, but now they've ventured up. They're 2 wide, even 3 wide in some places.
Yeah, don't talk too quick about this, okay? You're making me nervous because, you know, it's starting to get, everybody got in line. Now it's like, well, now we got to see what we got. We've seen a little bumping coming off 4. Guys move up a little bit, and there's 3/4 of a width of a car inside, so that's when it all starts dicing up. You know, this track is as smooth as glass, Rick, but nonetheless, the wind buffets these cars around, and they bounce around a little bit. So even though it's as smooth as it is, they still move around quite a bit, and that's why, you know, all you got to do is one guy zig when the other guy zags. As we see them 4 wide down the backstretch, then you can have a problem. You know exactly where you're putting your car, within a foot or so.
You see a breakaway of about 8 cars in line, and then behind that it's 2 by 2, and now we're getting 3 wide back there. Maybe a little contact. That's 66 of Mark Thompson on the outside, 43 of Kyle Martle.
Kyle started back on the 26th position with that 43 car, really doing a nice job up here in the top 15. You can see Ricky Carmichael make a move to the outside of Hal Martin in the Zaxby's car. That's Patrick Shelter, I believe, right behind him.
Looks like those 2 cars are trying to work together. When you come to Talladega Superspeedway, you always have to use the words bump drafting. About a half a lap ago, we talked about a little bit of contact. On the outside, the 66 comes down and gets into that 43. It's Kyle Martell, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
So Kyle was on the inside, got a little bit of contact there. And you see Ricky Carmichael ducking down, trying to get to the side of the 15 of Allie Owens. They're making a run on the outside now, this outside line.
You know, everything's all fine. They said, okay, we're in the inside line, we're in the outside line. Then you come up on a lap car, and you have to make room for him. So the guys that are hugging the bottom, they have to move around that lap car, and sometimes the guys on the outside don't give them quite enough room to move over there. There's Larry Mack right there, a proud father. He's directing things from down there in the pits.
Sitting on top of the pit box. Again, that number 6 car piloted by Brandon McReynolds, Larry McReynolds' son. He told me earlier that he was going to be the father. He wasn't going to be coaching. He wasn't going to be, you know, helping anyone as far as what calls to make. He said, I'm going to be the father. And then he sat there for about 2 seconds. And he said, but I will say a few things on the radio.
Well, you have somebody with his experience. He's been around. He's won so many races. He's an invaluable asset to Brandon and that entire team right now. So he needs to be involved.
No matter whose box he's standing on top of, he's definitely valuable.
Brandon McReynolds has moved up into the top 10. He's running in the 10th spot now as they continue to make laps around the 2.66 mile super speedway. Dakota Armstrong has been on the point since the drop of the green flag. Larry McReynolds patiently watching his son make his way toward the front. We'll be back with more ARCA Racing in Talladega. Tonight's Speed brings you a must-see. It's the story of Bill France Jr. After he took over the reins from his father. He was able to expand NASCAR and extend its reach to the masses around the country, turning it into a national phenom. Don't miss the NASCAR Hall of Fame biography of Bill France Jr. That's 8:30 tonight. Frank Kimmel on pit road. And what's going on, Wendy?
Lap 14 and Frank Kimmel's on pit road for a flat tire. He had a flat left rear tire and a bad vibration is what started it off for Frank Kimmel. They decided to come down and take 4 tires, but this is definitely something you don't want to lose the draft at a place like Talladega. Frank Kimmel's got a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, Frank Kimmel also has been hit with a penalty. He was too fast entering on pit road, and that is not going to help out his chances.
You know, that may have been a situation, though, he may have felt that flat tire at the last second and made his way to pit road. Even though he was speeding, that's far better than riding all the way around this racetrack with a flat tire.
Yeah, a tire tears apart here, it will tear your race car apart.
Yeah, without a doubt. We've seen that before where we've had tires blown out and rip half the car, the back half of the car off. So good move by Frank to get to pit road.
That 15 seconds is over a quarter of a lap more, though.
Wendy, what's happening more with the 44 story?
Well, he was too fast coming in and exiting pit road for Frank Kimmel. He is going to have to do a pass-through penalty.
Well, that adds insult to injury. Yeah, double trouble. Wendy is right. Now, again, we gave him a pass for coming through and coming in the pits too fast because he may have known the flat tire late, but going out of the pits, we're going to leave that one off for Frank.
Yeah, Frank's on his own there.
3 wide coming down the backstretch now. That's Ricky Carmichael in the number 4 right in the middle of this mess. Patrick Shelter on the outside in the 60.
Looked like Bobby Gerhart was pulling up in the middle as well. He's the car behind Ricky Carmichael in the middle. Close racing now, yeah. Rick.
Very close.
Yeah, that'd be a good place to keep the camera for a minute.
These guys are getting a little bit tighter back at the back of this front pack.
Here's Alex Kennedy, the 38. He's got a good push right now from the 81 of Craig Ghost. Craig, runner-up finisher the last 2 times out here in ARCA Racing Series.
His career best. He said, well, I'd really like to improve my career best today. I said, well, that puts you in victory lane. He goes, that's exactly what I mean.
That's what he meant. That's what he meant. What a nice job Dakota Armstrong's doing. I know you did a little racing with Dakota back a year or 2 ago.
Caution flag's out, guys. Caution flag is out for turn number 2. It seems like Allie Owens has got some problems. That's not the 15. That's
the 30. That's
36.
36
car.
of Rob Brent. And so Rob Brent has problems, bringing out our first caution after we've completed 17 laps of racing. This one coming out on lap 18.
That has a look of maybe a tire going down.
That could have been a left front down and then into the wall and with right front damage.
And you see the damage to the left front as you were talking, Rick. That's probably damage from the tire blowing out.
Tire blows out, tears the left front fender and part of the hood off, and then that sent him into the wall, and there's a lot of damage on the right side of that race car. So he brings it to a stop. The safety crew will get out and they will take care of Rob Brent.
We've completed 18 laps. That means we're not in the pit window yet where these guys can make it the rest of the way. There's Brent Cross. He's going to get our first Aaron's Lucky Dog of the day. Big weekend here for Aaron's, sponsoring the Aaron's $4.99 on Sunday, and had Mikey Waltrip driving the 55th anniversary Aaron's car on Sunday.
Under our first caution, a little bit too early if they want to stop one time and make it all the way. We'll see if anyone tries a little pit strategy here in Talladega.